My name is Patrick Joseph Michael Finnegan. I was born in 1941 in a small village outside Dublin called Carlingford. My mum was called Mary Ellen. She didn't want a girl. She wanted a boy, so she was quite happy when I popped out. Really, yeah. And of course, the first thing my dad said was, "Oh, Patrick Joseph Michael." And my dad, funny enough, was called Patrick Joseph, because my granddad's, we have this thing, we have the tradition in Ireland where we hand down the names. It's changed now because all the modern names have come in, but in those days, my great-grandfather was Patrick Joseph. My grandfather's Patrick Joseph. My dad's Patrick Joseph. And I ended up with Patrick Joseph. I'm an early riser. I like to on average get up to 6 to half past 6, and then I go down to the beach. To hear those waves rolling in while you're doing your exercise and meditation, it just helps you. It helps you take that sort of strain away, really. I believe in life to live the moment as it is now, but also have some far plan so that you can look forward to something. If you don't look forward to something in your life, it becomes very mundane. So it's nice to sort of plan ahead and have something to look forward to, but in the same time making sure that you give your best of yourself in the day to whatever comes your way. In this world, we're only here for a short time, when you think of it. If we all analyse our lives, that we're here for a short time. It's not our world. We're only renting it for a short time. So why spoil it? Why not take nature and just learn from nature? Learn from nature how they live their lives. Simple. They work together. They build their nests together. And we can learn a lot from nature, in a sense. And I've always believed that. And sometimes you feel you always want to be part of that. Get away from this human life, which can be a little bit negative at times, just live in nature. If you go into the New Forest, which isn't far away, you see so many variations in the trees in there, really. And again, you sort of you take stock of how they operate in the forest. And fungus in the forest is a big part of tree communication, because to me the fungus tentacles are the tree's internet, and they really produce lots of nourishment for the tree, and the tree rewards them by the canopy to protect them and keep them make them grow faster by not getting the hot weather onto the ground. But yes, I don't mind hugging a tree, talking to it. Why not? If you really want to listen to it, you can hear the birds giving you it's a chorus. It's a free cabaret chorus every morning. If you really listen to it. Really. I was born on a farm, which was owned by my father, his grandfather before, and now my father took it over. I'm the only child on the farm. I look back on it now, and it was a real good life. I really thoroughly enjoyed. Although I could never be a farmer, I knew that from early age. I think on the farm you soon learn that a lot about nature. you know, not just from the animals, but on a farm you get lots of other wildlife coming in as well. It teaches you a lot about the animal life. It teaches you a lot about the sort of atmosphere around the farm itself or anywhere else, which you can learn the aspects of nature in general, you know, from the weather, from gradually learning day by day. When you consider, now this is just a very simple thing to think about. I don't know whether not a lot of people have seen a lamb being born, or a calf being born to a cow. But take the sheep, take the lamb being born to a sheep. Now, that sheep will lay down, knows the time, out comes the lamb. The lamb, within 2 or 3 minutes, will be trying to stand on his feet. Within 10 minutes, it will be suckling from his mum, and within half an hour, it'll be jumping around the pen. Now you take the equivalent to the human being. That lamb has popped out and it knows exactly what to do straight away. When a child is born, we have to train it from day one. The child doesn't know exactly what to do, we have to train it. So, are the animals clever than us? In certain ways they are. Instinct. We don't, human beings with their young, there's no instinct from the young. They don't know what to do. We have to train them. So I do believe in certain cases that certain animals, probably quite a few animals, are cleverer than we are. My first memory was when I was 3 years old. Two things I remember. That was not to get too close to some of the animals, because they do kick. But my real memory was dancing with my mum in the kitchen, and since then it has remained with me right the way through to now. I still love music and dancing now. Well, one of our favourite songs was Danny Boy. It's a slow song, but we still had a little dance to it. It was, oh Danny Boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses are dying. Oh Danny Boy, oh Danny Boy, I love you so. That's it. There's lots more. It's a long song, but today that'll do me. My father was mainly working on the farm, probably 12 to 14 hours a day. So I didn't see much of him, but when I did see him, he was a mate. He wasn't my father, he was a mate of mine, really. And my mother was my best dancing friend. With just my mum and dad and me as a family member. But then we had my grandfather and granddad. They were on another farm. Another fantastic people, really. You know, I really had a charmed young life, really. I look back on it now, and it was a real good life. I really thoroughly enjoyed. Although I could never be a farmer, I knew that from early age. I didn't like my pets going off to be turned into meat, should we say. I assumed when I was younger that everyone was the same. Everyone had a farm. Everyone had a nice mum and dad. everyone danced with their mother. My father would help me do various things, and I assumed that everyone had that. But I soon found out that no, there was different characters, different problems with people. When you learn to make contact with other boys, yes, I mean, one big thing I did learn from as well as my dancing from my mother, I learned from my father. He taught me the value of things, the value of money, and the value of time, and to be responsible. And one big thing which I think did help me on the engineering side was he, while everyone else, including Pat Rogan, was getting a nice new bike for Christmas, my father said, well, I'll buy you a frame of the bike, the frame, with your pocket money, which you earn. I used to earn from cleaning the tractors and the mechanical bits coming in from the farm, spray them with this hose pipe. And he gave me pocket money. He said, with your pocket money, you buy all the bits for your bike and you fit them to your bike. I give you the frame, you buy the bits week by week, month by month, and fit and build your own bike. In that way, you will know when it goes wrong, you will know how to fix it. And I still believe that that's got me involved in engineering, because I knew, and my dad knew very early on, that I wouldn't be a farmer. And I continued on that line of engineering, went on to university, did my master's degree, and became a electromechanical engineer. My mum always called me her little boy, and my dad always called me the captain, because he put me in charge of various things which didn't work out very well, but I was the captain anyway. But my mum, yes, always called me her little boy, even up to I was 50 years of age or something. I was still her little boy. Many years afterwards, she didn't tell me the first times. I used to go home whenever it was a half term or a break, or whatever the case might be, from the universities, or when I had a break from the holiday from work. I used to go home, but she didn't tell me for many years afterwards that she cried for about 2 days after I'd left. So that was upsetting at the time. But I think if she had said on the day after I left that she had cried, I would have been back home straight away. So she knew that, I think, and she sort of held it over until I was pretty well settled. Yeah, I have her little watch that she used to wear, and strangely enough, it's still going. I'm very sad for some people who think of life in a lesser way than they should. There's lots of variations to that in a way where the meaning of life to me is really simple, but a lot of people get into trouble for whatever reasons, and a lot of people want to end their lives pretty quick, really, because they can't either achieve what they want, or there's been some problem along the way, or they lose their way in some fashion, really, which is very sad, and I think one of the saddest things in the world is somebody taking their own life just because there's nobody around to help, to help them, or they believe there's nobody around to help them, and that is the sad part of life, really, in a sense. Well, again, you can only look at it from your own point of view, really, in a sense, and to me, yes, I mean, to me, my philosophy is there are no problems in life, there are only solutions. And I don't know why some people hold problems in their life for a hell of a long time, because you get various things happen in various methods, various things on people's lives that go on for years, really, whether they fall out with family or they get upset with something and they want to be aggressive and To me, it's again, it's down to just people communicating with each other correctly, and to me, there are no problems in life. There's only solutions, and the quicker you get to the solution, the better. It doesn't sort of prolong the agony, really. This year, 2024, I was 83. But I don't look at that as a old age. I just look at it as a number, and I think I'm achieving, which I've tried many years to try and re-educate my mind and body to say you're not getting old, really. You're progressing bit by bit, but you're not it's not big chunks of year by year by year. So, I think too many people get to a stage where especially when they say, "Oh, I'm retired," and it sounds good, sounds great, but I'm personally not one. I mean, if they're happy with that, sort of sitting around reading a paper or watching TV all day or whatever the case might be, good, that's fine. But I'm not the type to do that, so I just get on with my life and not think about. I never will say in my life that I can't do that or I can't do this, unless I give it a damn good try first. I think too many people now are saying, well, I know I'm too old, I can't walk this, I can't do that, I can't climb a ladder, I can't do this. So just get on and try it and not think about, oh, no, I'm too old to do that. It's a strange word, that I'm too old to do it. Yeah, no. I don't think I've ever found that break point between young and old. I think that's possibly one of the things that's keeping me going, really, in a sense. I've never really lost my youth as such, even though the age I am now, I still have that sort of energetic, youthful feeling, which keeps you going, really, in a sense. I don't think I've ever had that split between the younger thoughts and I think really you can, if you have your mind right, you can do anything you want, really, in a sense, and as long as your body it will allow you to do it. My friends are very important to me, I think, because you need also to because I'm so busy in my life, and you need some sort of outlet, and I think your friends can give you that. The socializing of your friends, they can ease your whatever strain or stress or whatever the case might be you get from your working life, and they are very important. And the most important thing is my target in life. And my target in life is to reach 100. My heart's still ticking and I'm still alive, I'm still here. Fantastic. But it's great, as you can see here, standing with my dad's wellies on, boots and his hat, looking at this type of weather, because we had this weather quite a lot on the farm on a regular basis. I do write poetry from time to time, and I happened to come across a little bench one day, and I wrote a poem about it. It's called The Bench, and I'll tell you all about it. I stop to rest my weary bones on bench seat away from beach and stones. Within some time, I begin to wonder how many people have stopped here to ponder on their little seat throughout the day, to think or pass the time away, to love, to laugh, or sometimes cry, to meet, to eat, or say goodbye. This little bench could solve so much if paint could talk and wood